Pam is one of the club growth member teams. She is our club growth extension chair. She's also a past international director, past region advisor, and she has been around for a long time. Pam knows how to give a great marketing tip to bring back to your club. Pam, it is all yours.
Thank you, Elizabeth. So, what she's really saying is, I've been there and done that at least once, sometimes twice or three times. Thank you for attending tonight. We are going to talk about this resource that you have at Toastmasters International for learning what a prospect, a guest, and a member is and what to do with them. What do you think a prospect is?
It's anybody who speaks.
There you go. Great answer, David Bell. Well, let's go. Let's see what Toastmasters says. Prospects are anybody that you want to invite to join your meeting. A potential Toastmaster, someone that may not have ever been to a Toastmasters meeting before, and it may be somebody that dropped out of Toastmasters and needs to come back. You want to pay attention to all the people that you could invite to your club. So that's your prospect list. Think about people you can invite. How many people do you have in your club, and how many people do they know? Because exponentially, if you have 5 people and each one of them bring one person, you've already doubled your membership. And then if those 5 bring 5 more, now you have tripled your membership. And if those 5 bring 5 more, I think you get the picture. Each one brings one. So have a culture in your club of not only recruiting a prospect, but asking them to bring somebody with them to your club meeting. Anybody over the age of 18 is eligible to join Toastmasters. You know people from all parts of your life, your family, you know people at work, you know people at church, you know people in your professional organizations. Wherever there are people that need to be in Toastmasters. Some people come to you from the internet. They went to Toastmasters.org and they found a convenient time of the day of the week that they thought they might be able to fit something into their schedule. Make it worth their while to come to your meeting. If they come to your meeting and you're friendly, engaging, and have good meeting programming, then they'll want to come back. They might even want to join. Hosting an open house, posting on social media, inviting coworkers, sharing your story. When people ask, wow, I've seen your confidence grow in the last 2 years, Robert. What's your secret? You can tell them, it's Toastmasters. Come to my meeting with me. Because people will notice the difference in you as you go through Toastmasters and build your skills. So be ready to share your story. Tell how Toastmasters help you grow and build a brighter future for yourself. They'll want some of that for sure. Making sure that your club's information in Club Central is up to date is also a way to attract members. Creating a habit of checking your emails so that those people that are coming to you from the internet are going to get a response. How soon do you think they want that response? Immediately is when they want that response. You know yourself. If you ask a question, you want the answer immediately. You don't want to have to wait a week. And you might have found somebody else to answer the question if it's been a week. So you're going to miss out on that prospect if you don't reply immediately to those prospects that come in from the internet. Does your club have a good website? Does your club have social media presence with Instagram, with Facebook, with LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a really good way to attract members because these are professional people looking for skill building. Depending on the climate and the culture of your club, Pick the social media platform that best represents your membership. Now, once you get those people on your list, invite them to your meeting, and they actually come. Now they have just turned into a guest. And certainly my mother told me when we have guests, we need to be on our best behavior. If we were not on our best behavior when there were guests in the house, we got in trouble. So certainly when you have a guest in your meeting, you want to be on your best behavior. You want to treat them with respect. You want to show them friendly atmosphere. You want to welcome them and ask them, hey, how did you find us? Did somebody in our club invite you? Did you find us on the internet? Thank you for coming. Won't you come again? Don't you want to join? All of those things might be things that you want to talk to that guest about. So the goal of a guest may be that they want to practice public speaking. That's why they came. So always ask them why you came. And then tell them ways that you can help them get what they want. Because they all came with something in mind that they wanted from Toastmasters. And you're there to help them get what they want. Serve their need. Find out what their goals are and outline the ways that Toastmasters can help them get what they want. The video that we put in the chat goes through some things that might help you as well. David, tell us about the video. I haven't really had a chance to view that, but what are they going to get when they watch that, How to Rebuild Your Club in 3 months?
Well, they're going to get 3 months worth of material in about an hour. It starts with building a quality meeting, and they spend some time in that space. How do you create a really quality meeting so that when you do have a guest, it attracts them and they want to come back and they want to come again? The second piece of it is really reaching out to new members, figuring out how to do open houses, how to market your club to those in your sphere of influence. And that's the thing I think a lot of clubs are challenged by, is who is our audience? Who are we marketing to? I was sharing with Pamela that, to me, it's like throw a rock. The first person it hits, that's my market. But now we live in the internet age where we're out on social media. So the people that come and visit us that way. So marketing is the second month that they focus on. And the third month that they focus on is the support, the resources that we have as Toastmasters. There's the international, Toastmasters International. There's the district. There's the division. There's the area. There are clubs in our area that are available to us. So in that video, it walks through all three of those. And it's a really top-notch video that was done by District 6 of Toastmasters International here in the past year or so.
All right. Well, I think that's a great resource, and it kind of dovetails in with this prospect to guest to member, a power of 3. Just think about it in 3 months, 3 ideas. Prospect to guest to member is 3. So the power of 3 is going to really help you get a good club meeting going and get guests to convert to members. So there are people that find your time of the day and your day of the week to be attractive. They want it to be convenient to them. And they want to know that they're going to have fun in your meeting. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about meeting programming is, are you having fun and are you learning something every time you come to Toastmasters? So now you've got them in and the guest has decided, I'm going to join this club. Now what do? Well, first you get their money and you process their application right away. You don't wait a week to get that application in, because now you want them to sign up for a path and get on board with the education program. You might want to have a member orientation session. Some clubs hold member orientations each time somebody joins one-on-one. Elizabeth, what's your best practice that you can share about holding orientation sessions for new members?
Pam, that's a great question. As soon as we sign up a new member, we stay on the Zoom call if it's online, and we have them share their screen, log in, select a pathway, and we walk through the icebreaker speech. And then we walk them through the free toast and show them how to set up their profile, their bio, their photo, and how to sign up for that first role and where the scripts are located. They are onboarded and orientated immediately.
All right. Now, that may not be feasible for every club because maybe you only have an hour for your meeting and everybody has to go back to work. So, what do you do when that happens, Charla?
Thank you so much for asking, Pam. What you can do is we can schedule a time. And if you can't have it one-on-one, because that was fantastic what Elizabeth offered, maybe you can have a group, get a group together. Possibly if you're a corporate club, let's meet over lunch before our next meeting. And then let's do a group member orientation. And you can schedule it as frequently as you like. Thank you, Pam.
All right. So we've gotten 2 ideas on how to hold an orientation session. You can do it immediately as soon as they sign up. You can have them sign up and tell you when they get their welcome email from Toastmasters and then set a meeting with them. If you have multiple new members, you might want to hold that group session. Once you all get signed up and get your member number and know that you can log into Toastmasters.org by following the instructions they give you when you first join, then we'll all get together and we'll sign on and pick a path and do all the things we need to do to get started in pathways, and we'll orient you to the different websites because some people get confused. Which is the Toastmasters International website? Where do I go to get my pathways? Which is the club website? Where do I go to sign on for an agenda role? And then where is the district website? Well, why do I even need to know about the district website? Well, because of things like today. You're going to see what's on the calendar and see what things that you're going to be able to benefit from to attend these sessions and learn something outside of your club, going beyond your club to learn something new that will help your club become a better quality club. Some clubs also provide a member to oversee the new member. So that person is going to be there with the new member to help them through their speeches, to help them with any questions they have with pathways, and to assist them along their way through those first several projects. Maybe all the way through level 1 would be a good idea. Some people develop mentoring relationships that last for years. I'm still mentoring somebody that I started mentoring 5 years ago. And that's okay. I'm mentoring Charla and Chandra and Elizabeth, all 3 right now. And we started our relationships years ago. Promoting involvement, encouraging the new member to participate. Some clubs have this idea that you cannot evaluate someone unless you've done 3 speeches, or unless you've done this, that, or the other, you can't do this, that, or the other. Well, I think you should promote anybody's involvement that's ready to do anything they want to do, because you've got to know that they bring skills from their life into this environment, and they might have been a teacher. They might have been someone who does evaluations all the time, and they don't have to do 3 speeches to know how to evaluate and give feedback. They don't have to have been a grammarian to know how to tell people, hey, you're using too many ahs and ums. I think a new member should be allowed to participate in any way they feel comfortable. You don't want to push them into anything, but you don't want to say, you can't do this if you haven't done that. In my opinion. That's my opinion on that. But getting them started with pathways is essential to keeping them as a member. And then if you tell them, bring a friend, then they're going to have a familiar face, somebody that they can bring along with them, and they don't feel like they're the only new person in the room. So from prospect to guest to member, may only take them visiting once. It may take them visiting 2 or 3 times. But you want to keep track of these people and follow up. You know, in real estate, they say location, location, location is the way to sell the house. But in Toastmasters, it's follow up, follow up, follow up. If you lose track of these guests before they become a member, and if you don't follow up with your members and make sure they're getting what they want out of Toastmasters, then you have dropped the ball. It's the follow-up that's going to bring them into a membership, and it's the follow-up that's going to keep them and retain them as members. You know yourself, if you're in a place where nobody ever talks to you, you might not want to come back. But if they're interested in what's going on in your life and you have something to say to them and they have something to say to you that's going to add value to your experience, then they're going to keep coming back because now they feel the camaraderie. They feel a sense of belonging. You might even have created some FOMO, some fear of missing out. If I don't come to the next meeting, I'm going to miss something. So definitely create the FOMO so that they have some fear of missing out if they don't come back to the next meeting. Whatever that it looks like, you need to do that in your club. So I know that all of us have different ways of approaching our meetings. And a lot of times in Toastmasters, we see clubs doing prepared speeches, impromptu speeches, and evaluations in that order every time, all the time. If that's what you do in your club, shake it up a little bit. Do table topics first. Have a meeting where all you do is speeches and you get everybody to evaluate the speakers. Round robin evaluations instead of one-on-one evaluations. Do something different so that when they come to the meeting, they're going to really have to pay attention and get involved. Now that we've gone over the resource that we have, I'm going to turn control back to Elizabeth to see what else we have to say about what we just heard.
Thank you so much, Pam. Excellent marketing tip.